You give me HOLO on the first episode, Durarara. You give me HOLO on the first episode. I wanted to do a serious review, but how am I supposed to contain myself when I see my favorite female character of all time in a series? How am I supposed to contain myself? Please. Durarara. I'm trying to hold back going full straight out fanboy fangasm mode right now. You show me a picture or a freaking scene with HOLO. I can't believe I have not seen this series. I really should bash my head up against the freaking wall or smack myself really hard, because this, not seeing my waifu HOLO, I haven't seen this yet. I should feel ashamed as a Spice and Wolf fan that owns every current English translated light novel and the anime series of season 1 and 2, and owns wall scrolls and a body pillow. I should feel ashamed for not even seeing this. I should feel absolutely fucking ashamed of not seeing HOLO greatness. Wow. Just, damn. That moment when I saw HOLO, I almost flipped backwards in my chair. I'm like, what the yeah, that just, I did a lot worse, because I just could not believe it. I could not believe a Spice and Wolf reference was in this. I've heard something about this before from fellow Chibis, but I haven't actually seen this, and I'm like, it just, oh my god. Okay. Let's get on to the first impressions. So let's actually get to the first impressions now that I've kind of fangasmed on my, my love for Spice and Wolf, pretty much. Favorite series of all time. You have to watch it, go fucking watch it. It's my favorite. So anyways, okay, now that I'm done with Spice and Wolf, let's get down my system. Gotta get out, okay? You give me Spice and Wolf, I just want to talk about it. I just want to fucking talk about it. Okay. Durarara. This series, very interesting. I like the concept so far. I like the concept. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around what the real plot is of this series. That I'm really trying to do that. But for the most part, from what I understand from this episode, just the first episode is all I've seen of this series, is that it's based around this rider, this black bike rider or whatever, and this rider's headless. It kind of reminds me of the Headless Horseman, because we actually get to see like an entire scene where the bike actually looks like a black horse. This is like the Headless Horseman, except it's in modern days. So, for the most part, the episode is intriguing because what it shows us is that there is supernatural elements into this series. At first glance, the series looks like a slice-of-life top series. That's kind of how it starts off, and then eventually starts revealing stuff about color gangs and how these gangs are actually abducting people out of the city, and they're doing something with them. And pretty much, you have it to where this rider, this headless rider, came out of nowhere and tried to save this girl that was being kidnapped, and I'm guessing about to be sold off. So with this entire element, what we can see is probably the main focus is going to be centering around this headless rider probably saving people, or maybe this is the entire reason why in this episode they stated like all the color gangs just stopped, you know, coming around, like 1 year back. Maybe it's because of this headless rider. Maybe they're more secret now after the headless rider rolled into town. That is a possibility. Now, with this episode, they show us this girl that falls onto our main male character. I haven't learned all the names yet, so please forgive me for that. But our main male character, he has this girl he runs right into, and she falls down. In this scene, we see right after the Headless Rider's introduction. For instance, after we find out the Headless Rider has lost her head, and you see this, like, black aurora coming out of the Headless Rider, and it kind of reminds me of a Shinigami or something, because you see, like, a freaking, like, a scythe pop out of the Black Rider's, like, neck, like, pulls out a fucking scythe, and, like, cuts someone down in one slice. We don't get to actually see physical damage, but if I had to make some theories, since they're calling this person the Grim Reaper, and since technically this person has a scythe, and has, like, a horse, and it can kind of be related to the Headless Horseman, most likely, I think I'm correct in my theory, most likely it's a Shinigami. I want to say it right now, probably that the entire Headless Rider is a Shinigami. I'm calling it right now. I haven't read past it, I've never been spoiled in this series, I don't even really know what the plot is to this series. I've just heard that the series is very good, and I know there's a season 2 coming out next season of anime, so I decided to get around to watching this after much recommendations from you fellow Chibits. But the thing was, okay, after the headless scene where we see the Shinigami Black Rider pretty much cut down that person, you see a scene to where this girl is introduced, like we get to see her for the first time in this episode, and she has a massive ass scar all the way around her neck. It instantly reminded me of Hitsugi no Chika, with Chika's, scar around her neck. And I was like, oh shit, that looks exactly like Chika, the way the animation on that looked. And I instantly keyed in on the color of her skin. For instance, on the upper part where, the big scar is around her neck, she's a lot paler. She looks a lot paler in the skin, like on her face, and like above her neck where the scar is. If you go down below, it looks like it's just, average human skin color. So clearly, there's something else going on here. They wouldn't show us that scene if this girl wasn't probably connected to the Headless Rider. And it could be a red herring. It could be. It could possibly be a misleading thing. Maybe she got choked at one point in the past and maybe a scar popped on her. I don't fucking know. I don't know. It could be a misleading character that was introduced, but I do have to admit that the Headless Rider, the body shape looked like a female. It definitely did not look like a male in my eyes. I want to be straight out honest with all of you. The Headless Rider looked like a female. So, it kind of goes with the girl with the scar on her neck. It kind of looks like it might be her. But like I said, I'll have to see in upcoming episodes. Now, the episode pretty much focuses more on the entire factor of introducing characters and just laying the groundwork for whatever this Headless Rider is. And so, I wonder what the main focus of this series is going to be. I mean, is it going to be about hunting down these gangs or kidnapping people? Is it going to be something else? I mean, I have no idea what the plot is. So, if anyone could give me, like, a brief summary or something, like one of you Chibis give me a brief summary, but not spoiler type summary, but kind of like what the objective of this series is. That's what I'm trying to wonder right now. But anyways, animation for its age. I think this series came out in 2010. I could be wrong, but I think it came out in 2010, especially for it to have a fucking Spice and Wolf reference. But it came out in 2010, and the animation looks solid. I'm not even going to complain on the animation. I mean, there was no still frames from what I can see. Barely any still frames. And for it to be old, it really holds up to this day and age. And I felt like it actually beat some of the animation we see from some series from current seasons of anime. And that's pretty fucking scary. So, Durarara has some really beautiful animation. Music score. Oh my god. Oh my god. That alone, I'm actually going to go get the soundtrack as soon as I'm done making this video. Because that soundtrack, damn. That ending song and opening song is hype. Oh my god, that shit is hype. I love that. I hope we have a good opening song like that in Season 2 when I finally catch up, because damn, that opening song, wow. Honestly, that is one of my favorite openings I've heard from this anime season. Like, I know this is not airing from this current anime season, but I mean, out of all the stuff I've seen from this recent anime season, I would definitely put this in my top 5 if this series was airing this season, like Durarara, Season 1. If it was airing this season, it would definitely be in my top 5 favorite openings, because that opening song is just beautiful. Oh my god. It's definitely for my liking. The visuals inside of the opening look freaking badass. I can't even downplay how badass those visuals look in that opening. Oh my god. So, yeah, that's pretty much my first impressions of Durarara. I mean, it's a good series. I mean, I'm still trying to work out exactly what the series is about, because, like I said, I've only seen the first episode, and I walked into the series completely fucking blind, and seeing my HOLO, I was like, so yeah. So, yeah, if you want me to do any other reviews on specific episodes, I might do that. I highly doubt I'll do any live reactions, because it takes up a lot of time to actually schedule these in, like these type of reviews in the middle of the week when I'm reviewing all sorts of other series. But we'll have to see. I mean, I'm definitely going to be watching more of this, because I do want to catch up for the Season 2 that's going to be coming out next season. So you can expect me to continue watching this. I will continue watching it, and I definitely will do a final review at the very least. Let's say if I don't do any reviews in the middle portion, which I highly doubt I most likely will, I plan on doing, at the very least, like a final impressions video on Durarara once I'm done with it, before I can get prepped for Season 2. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, I'm actually going to ask you all a question. Do you want me to do more stuff like this from now on? I mean, a bunch of Chibits have told me I should review certain individual series. I've had this a lot. A bunch of Chibits have asked, like, Chibi, you should review Hajime no Ippo, you should review Toriko, different series that technically are not ongoing. I mean, Toriko's ongoing, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about certain specific series that are not ongoing, like they're completely done. I've had a lot of Chibits ask me to review certain series. And personally, I don't know how many of you Chibits actually want me to do something like that. I might bring something up in my next season discussion. You know how I do a monthly, or not monthly, seasonal type video where I talk about what I will and will not watch for the upcoming anime season? I might add in a segment at the end of the video talking about, like, certain individual series that have already finished airing that some of you Chibits want me to actually watch. I'll probably give you all a selection of different anime, pretty much probably 5 or 4 or even 3 series. Give you a selection from them, and I'll let you all vote in the comments to see what you want me to review, and I will try to watch it. Because, I mean, I have a lot of Chibits ask me I should review older stuff, and I technically don't have time, so I might try to do that. For each individual anime season, I could try to do, like, a weekly review type schedule, kind of like how I do with Hunter x Hunter and Berserk, which I'm kind of fucking behind on, oh my god. Gotta do that right after I'm done with this. But pretty much, yeah, I might try to do that. But that's for later on video down the road. I'll discuss that in the later on videos. Tell me your thoughts. Did you enjoy this series for what you watched of it? Like, if you're watching this alongside of me, I do recommend watching it. I mean, it's got some beautiful music, great animation, and if you're into, like, a headless horseman type biker, being like a Shinigami cutting people down, you might enjoy this. It's already, so far, already pretty badass. I like it. It's definitely a little bit brutal. Like, we get to see a little bit of blood on the walls and stuff where the freaking headless rider slams someone's head into the fucking wall. I'm like, oh my god. So, yeah, tell me your thoughts. Love you all so much. You have a wonderful day. Wonderful night, wherever you live. Please be safe, and Chibi out.